What if the least of your worries was the things going bump in the night?
I don't like where this is starting.
What if the very nature around you was the thing trying to get you?
I don't like this one.
Tonight, we're going to talk about man-eating trees.
Yikes. Hey, man.
Hey. Hey, so.
I don't like this.
Yeah?
I'm just going to preface this. I have to drive by a lot of trees on my way out. And I'm like, we're starting with this energy of man-eating trees.
Well, the good news is almost none of them are in our part of the world.
Then we're cooling, dude. I don't care about it.
So I'm Levi.
I'm Zachary.
This is my neighbor Mothman.
Music.
So
Trees.
Man-eating trees.
Can I know we don't do this often. Can I make a guess on where this is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Wait. Northern or southern hemisphere?
Oh. Southern hemisphere? Southern hemisphere.
Southern hemisphere.
Actually, pretty near the equator, honestly.
Really near. Okay.
Yeah. But more southern hemisphere than other.
Brazil.
There are reports from Central and South America.
I'll take it. All right, Go into it now. I've had my bit.
So, this is what I was talking about this with Jake the other night.
Family of the podcast.
Family.
I meant friend.
Family.
I mean, he's family.
He's family. He's just apparently doing something with Cryptid Fight Club that he won't tell me about.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, see, he's doing stuff behind our backs for this show.
But this is our show.
I know.
I mean, that's fair. We're still doing it on here.
And I told you a little bit that this felt like I was doing actual homework. Because here we go.
All right.
Carl Linnaeus.
I don't know who it is.
It's an 18th century Swedish naturalist.
Is he dead?
18th century, so he's been dead for a while.
Okay, I mean,
roughly 300 years.
Then I don't care what he's got to say.
He's the one who's responsible for like the genus, species, phylum, all that sort of.
I don't care about that. If he was that smart, he'd still be alive, huh?
Dang, this is
that's right.
Stance.
I'm coming in with real angry energy this time.
You're back off the mic because you were peaking last time.
Okay,
you were gainy. But he devised the system for ordering life. Said that plants could not be carnivorous and only catch bugs by accident.
Well, I know this is hindsight.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it is. Well, it wasn't until Charles Darwin that the idea of carnivorous plants was accepted by the mainstream. And then, we went on to discover like pitcher plants and Venus flytraps and that sort of thing, which would catch even like I've seen Venus flytraps catch like frogs.
Yeah, they're scary, dude.
They're scary. This can go into a little shop of horrors thing if we wanted to.
But I'm sorry to derail this. Is that a monster pig?
Oh, that's just a big old fat hog. Is what that is.
Man, is that our secondary mascot?
It's not. It was a Christmas gift from Secret Santa one year.
How fitting.
Because you see on either side of it are these two ledge chickens. Yeah, because one year Casey got me, and the next year Megan got me. And then it happened again or something, and I ended up with a pig because there wasn't a third chicken. So now I have this like farm decor that I don't like, but I have to put out.
Yeah, it's a weird energy.
It is, especially next to Andrew WK and Matt Taco over there.
And a bottle of Devil's River. All right, sorry.
So the carnivorous plant with the largest known traps is the oof. Nepenthes rajah.
Ooh.
Which produces pitchers up to 15 inches tall. And they're like basically cups.
I was gonna ask if it was just like a picture.
Yeah, it's what Victory Bell is based off of in Pokemon. Yeah. 15 inches, which you can get a rat in that. You can get a squirrel mongoose or something.
Wait,
maybe
15 inches deep or wide?
Deep.
Okay. It's a big rat.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Like a pet rat kind of thing. You know, one of them would get got.
I don't like people who have pet rats.
I don't know. That's fine.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like the people.
That's what I read into it.
Yeah, well, it's what I said. But what I meant was I don't trust them.
Okay.
Out of all the pets, why a rat?
Yeah.
I mean, just get a gerbil or a hamster.
Get a snake. Get rid of all those.
Sorry, got it.
But so I have 3 instances here for the man-eating tree.
Okay.
Let's start in Madagascar.
I almost guessed Madagascar, and then I was like, I might just be playing bias, man.
So this report is known as the Madagascar tree.
Scary.
And is the earliest well-known report of a man-eating tree. Is 1881. A German explorer named Carl Lecce.
Leche means milk in Spanish.
It does. That's the only way I know to read it. Germany, help me out here.
It's probably like leek.
Yeah. Wrote an account of encountering a sacrifice performed by the Makoto tribe of Madagascar.
They sacrifice someone to a tree?
To the tree.
Scary.
To the tree. Now, here is his telling of said incident.
Oh, you've actually
This is a quote.
What was that?
Probably something slipping. I don't know.
I didn't like that.
It's a man-eating tree.
It's like kudzu. They brought it over here. Are you checking on it? Good, because I was scared.
I thought it was like.
It sounded wet.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Man, we got some real.
Yeah,
we got some real stuff going on in this episode.
For Halloween, yeah, guys, it's big spooky hours.
I've been watching a lot of scary stuff today.
So this is a quote from him. Maybe it was like water running down the window or something weird.
Maybe
a leaf. I don't know. This isn't written the best. I don't like the way he speaks, and it's probably translated from German, which is probably 80% of the problem.
Okay.
All right. The slender, delicate palps with the fury of starved serpents quivered a moment overhead. Then, as if with instant and demonic intelligence, fastened upon her in sudden coils round and round her neck and arms. Then, while her awful screams and yet more awful laughter rose, wildly to be instantly strangled down again into a gurgling moan, the tendrils, one after another, like great green serpents, with brutal energy and infernal rapidity, rose, retracting, and wrapped her about in fold after fold, ever tightening with cruel swiftness and strange tenacity of anacondas fastening upon their prey.
All right, gut check. This dude's real horny for this demon tree.
He really is.
Man, the word quivering.
Quivering, yeah. Well, it's 1881.
Yeah, but I don't know. Dude's real horny. What are you doing?
I'm trying to read chat, but it's too far away.
Here, I got it.
Okay. Yeah,
I do this during.
So here's the thing, right? Is that?
Oh, Adam just told us to shoot it. I'm assuming that's in reference. I'm assuming in reference to the scary noise.
Oh, the scary noise. Yeah, that makes sense.
Adam, please don't burn our apartment down while I'm here.
Yeah, so this is like, this went on to be published again as another like confirmed instance in 1928 or something like that. I didn't write that down because I didn't think it was necessary.
And then you brought it up.
Yeah, and then I brought it up because I wanted to talk more about it. It was It was an eyewitness sacrifice to a tree.
First of all, scary. Second of all, horny. We should have put a content warning on this one. This
content warning, horny.
Horny for the trees, baby. That I hate it.
Yeah.
I genuinely hate it a lot, but he is very horny for the tree.
So that's like what it's like to watch one of these sort of things feed. Which is like the worst way to describe something is to watch it feed. The next is more of a where they come from and a where are they sort of deal.
Okay.
So this is the Yate Veo, or the I see you already tree.
Ooh.
Translated.
Don't love that.
This was published in a book called Land and Sea in 1887 by J.W. Buell. This is like not, of course, it's not fiction because why would I bring that up?
Yeah.
But this is like a real account sort of thing. And it's a plant that is said to catch and consume large insects, but also attempts to consume humans.
Well, apparently it does it. Man, can you imagine you're just walking through the forest, just la-di-da-di-da, love the outside. Oh, man. Horny tree. Oh, no, not horny tree. Murder tree.
Yeah. Which is worse?
I think horny tree's worse.
Yeah, I do too. I would much rather be eaten.
For those who are just listening, we shared a knowing glance of what was said.
So these apparently grow in Central and South America, but have similar, as they wrote, cousins in Africa and on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Most reports are that it has a short, thick trunk.
Nice.
And long tendril-like appendages, which are used to catch prey. Some even claim it has an eye to locate its prey with.
All right, so thick stump.
Yeah.
Vines.
Big vines.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Is this where, you know those like decorations that white people put on their trees to make them have faces?
Okay, I see where you're going.
Is this where that started?
I would imagine that.
Do you think Big Tree invented those decorations?
trying to keep the trees up and not made into lumber?
No. I'm saying Big Tree invented that so that when we see a tree with an eyeball, we'd be like, oh, ha ha ha,
dissuaded or whatever.
And then
yeah,
it gets you.
My brain, like when I saw this, immediately went to hate this lady. But it went to the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter, which is a big tree that just tries to kill you.
Mine went to the scene in Jumanji with the big scary plant
With the rock.
No. The good Jumanji movie.
Zathura.
I don't want to be a part of this
Dak
podcast
Shepard
anymore.
in it.
It did. I liked Zathura.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as Jumanji though. No. You know what I'm talking about. The scene in Jumanji.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm just being terrible.
Yeah, you are.
But these are thought to be, of course, the work of an evil witch doctor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it absolutely would. Especially to put an eye on a tree.
That's so... I hate that so much.
Have you seen...
A tree with an eye on it? No.
No. This is a horror movie. I don't know how you do horror movies.
I mean, you can go ahead and ask, but I'm going to tell you it's probably... The answer's probably no.
Evil Dead.
No. Isn't that zombies?
It's demons.
Same thing.
But there's...
I think I'm thinking of Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, that might be. That's about zombies.
Big brain. Haven't seen it.
But there's some both evil, like murder trees and horny trees in those movies.
Might just watch it.
Yeah. It's very graphic.
Not going to. Wait, which part's graphic? Just the movie in general or the horny trees?
Both.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Very both.
Ooh, Zaxby sounds good.
Yeah. Too bad they take like an hour and a half to get through the drive-thru. Mm-hmm. All right. And I have my one last count here.
Okay.
This is from October 18th, 2007.
Oh, that's not too long ago.
This is in a place in India where I tried to find locations for and kept just getting nonsense. Mm-hmm. So I didn't write it down because I also couldn't pronounce it.
Gotcha.
There was a report of a tree trying to eat a cow. They had let the cows out to eat in the woods near their farm, and the tree was trying to eat the cow. There are multiple eyewitness accounts of this. The cow was suddenly grabbed up by a tree and pulled from the ground.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Which, to lift a cow...
That's got to be a strong tree.
That is an enormously strong tree.
I think I'd check myself into a psych ward.
Yeah. I would check the entire town into a psych ward.
Yeah.
Because we all saw it. Because before the tree could have its meal, the villagers struck the tree.
Dude, they just started beating the hell out of this tree.
They beat the hell out of the tree. And until the branches went limp.
They beat this tree to death.
The cow was rescued.
They beat a tree to death.
A park ranger was there. Their equivalent of a park ranger, who identified it as, again, useless name here, a tiger tree. Because you know what happens when you Google search tiger tree?
I don't want to think about it.
You get a bunch of pictures of tigers in trees.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. For some reason, I was thinking you were going to get a lot of images of the tiger from Kung Fu Panda photoshopped into a tree. My brain's in a weird place today.
Yeah, I see that. So those are the accounts that I have. Uh-huh. And the one in 2007 with multiple eyewitnesses and a town that beat a tree to death is by far, to me, the most interesting one, because it's not some like explorer who's out trying to make a name for himself. It's a town that was trying to save their cows.
I love the fact that they beat the tree to death.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about that serial killer who got beaten senseless in the streets?
No.
I want to say, and we're going off on another tangent here. I want to say it was the Night Stalker. I can't remember his name, but he was in in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And he was just terrorizing for 40 years, I think. And then someone recognized him on the street and was like, hey, that's the murderer. And just people came out of their houses and cornered this dude and just beat the living hell out of him.
Mob justice.
Like the cops had to pull people off of him so they could arrest him.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I was listening to it on, I think Morbid. And they were just like, yeah. And then they just started beating him. And I was like, well, hold up. I was like, I must have missed something. And surely I did not.
Yeah.
They one person recognized him and then they just all grouped up and beat him.
Holy crap.
That's what they did to this tree.
Yes, it is. Another park ranger talked about how a couple towns over, there was a similar tree found that had already been felled kind of thing. They chopped it down because it was terrorizing their cattle as well.
How does it digest?
That's a very good and terrifying question to think about. Mm-hmm. You remember the Sarlacc pit in Star Wars, the big hole in the ground?
Yep.
It's 1,000 years. You're slowly digested over the course of 1,000 years.
Do you think it puts them up in the branches and just as it decays?
So I guess the way to look at it is how Venus flytrap or a pitcher plant digests.
Yeah, but those kind of have mouths. Trees don't really have mouths.
It's true. Trees also aren't usually as bendy to wrap stuff around, kind of thing.
Well, I had this thought after I made the comment about it, just putting it up on the top. Mm-hmm. It probably just kills it and lays it at the base, so that as
the nutrients would go into the roots. Yeah. Well, and like the way that fly traps work and pitcher plants is the liquid itself is basically just stomach acid, and that's inside. That's inside the fly traps as well. And it just kind of dissolves it.
Scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's scary, dude. I'm never going into the woods again.
I saw this a long time ago, like in the list when we were like first like starting this. I'm like, oh, I'm doing that because I saw the Madagascar tree. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm doing that. And then yeah, it led to 2 other accounts of man-eating trees. And I'm sure there are more out there.
Yeah.
This is just what was easily accessible to find.
You guys have got a big tree.
Yeah, we do.
That I park near sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's going to get a glance from me every now and then. It's a big tree.
Yeah, that tree's like probably 200 years old.
I'm going to pee on it. As a kid, I used to think that worked.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't work like that. Is that all you have?
That's all I have. That's all I have for the murder trees.
Oh, I've got a current event.
Yeah, let's go with your current event.
Adam, my roommate, told me.
Oh, Adam.
As I told him I was doing my research this morning, he was like, hey, did you hear about the recent Mothman sighting?
Uh-oh.
And I said no. And then I Googled it.
Yeah.
5 days ago.
Okay.
At Chicago O'Hare Airport.
Oh.
A USPS airport worker was walking to her car and thought she saw a dude in an overcoat just staring at her. And then it took off in a dead sprint at her and unfurled wings and took off and flew away.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't like that. I got chills. I don't like that.
She, like, and I'm sure I could look it up, but I was reading it earlier, and she basically said, like, that she obviously, like, screamed and, like, went inside to tell someone.
Yeah.
And she was like, I thought it was just a guy in a coat, but then, like, it got closer, and it was, like, nearly 7 feet tall. And she was like, and then it wasn't a coat, it just had its wings wrapped around itself.
Yeah.
And she said it got to within about 10 feet of her.
Nope.
And then just took off.
Nope.
Yeah, dude. Imagine you're getting off a plane and you're just like, oh, like, that groggy feeling after you get off a plane. You can be on a plane for 45 minutes and you just, I get off a plane.
Still exhausted for some reason.
I'm like, don't want to do anything. So, like, I'm imagining getting off of a plane, which I don't even know if she was on a plane. She might have just been at the airport.
Yeah.
But I'm imagining getting off a plane, walking to my car, and just being like, that's a tall pervert. And then, because no one wears overcoats.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's 2020. You have a hoodie.
They might in Chicago, but
yeah,
I'm thinking if I see an overcoat, I'm immediately thinking pervert.
Yeah.
Pervert starts running at me. First of all, I'm getting fight or flight. And I'm not a fight person. I'm about to start running, and then it unfurls wings and take off.
I was about to say, in a fight or flight battle, if you choose flight, you're gonna lose that as well.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, dude, that like. So, and then Adam was talking about apparently there's a lot of Mothman sightings. Over near the Great Lakes.
Oh,
which I'll have to look into for the episode of Mothman we will never do. This is the most Mothman episode.
The biggest episode.
It's going to... You want to talk about chaotic energy. I'm going to be a nightmare in the Mothman episode. But yeah, no, so that was crazy. And I didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
I would assume with all the Googling I do about cryptids, like it would show up on my Google feed.
They would have, fed it to you.
Instead, they just tell me about that corpse guy.
That corpse guy?
Yeah, the dude on Twitch that's blowing up. He made the song E-Girls Are Ruining My Life.
No.
dude's just got a super deep voice.
Okay.
And then posted like a picture of like his hands, and it's just veins.
Oh,
and the internet's so horny for him.
Oh no.
He literally released that song. He's got like 4 videos on his YouTube.
Yeah.
And the E-Girls Are Ruining My Life has like 3 million views. He was just on stream with like PewDiePie playing Among Us the other day.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude, blew up out of nowhere.
I'm gonna write a song that sucks.
Are you talking like your past self? I feel like you've done that.
No, but actually, like, do it.
But yeah, so that's all. Google just keeps showing me that.
Yeah.
I wish it would show me more Mothman stuff. I'm just gonna put my phone in my mouth and just say Mothman a whole bunch, and then Google will be like, "We got you."
Hey, I heard you like Mothman.
You want me to tell you more about Corpse? No, I get it. He's got a deep voice and he looks very strong. And the whole thing, he hasn't done a face reveal.
Oh.
So it's I made a joke with Jake, I think, when I was telling him about it, that it was actually just Swagger Souls.
That would be pretty fun.
But this dude's much more ripped than Swagger Souls.
Yeah. Also, I feel like it's fair to assume that he's taller than Swagger Souls.
Hey, you leave Swagger Souls alone.
I think my mom's taller than Swagger Souls.
I don't really know that much about Swagger Souls' physicality. Other than I've seen like a couple of pictures.
The problem is he always stands next to Fitz, who's a giant.
Yeah. Well, this is an episode full of tangents that don't make any sense.
It is. Hey, it's late night.
It's scary.
Session. It's raining out. It's October.
It's pouring out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm trying to get into the Halloween mood. So I watched a lot of scary stuff today.
Yeah.
And then I was driving here and it was very dark. And I was like, I shouldn't have done this to myself.
Yeah. No.
I've been watching the Watcher, that YouTube channel again, and they've got a Are You Scared playlist.
Okay.
That is they basically go through and like find like creepypastas.
Oh yeah.
And then some like true stories, and they just tell it.
No.
And one dude's just real chill about it. He's like, whatever. And the other guy's like, but it scared me.
We maybe should do an episode about creepypastas.
I'm sure
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Because there's one about an experiment in Russia that's absolutely terrified the crap out of me when I read it at 4 a.m. real drunk one night.
I avoided that. That could be fun because I really don't know many creepypastas.
Yeah.
Because I avoid that stuff. I mean, I am a plethora of scary content because everything scares me so badly. But if this is it, is this it?
We need to Fight Club.
Fight Club. I don't know, dude. Just some people beat the tree to death.
That's very true. But it was multiple people.
Bigfoot's stronger than multiple people.
Maybe. That very well might be.
Tree beats everything that doesn't have fists.
Death worm. Oh, it's a tree. It's fine. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think that rule fits.
Maybe what death worm could poison it.
But if it's not something that's toxic to trees.
Yeah, I guess we just don't know.
Botanists. Reach out to us. Let us know.
Yeah, if you're a botanist that believes in the Mongolian death worm.
Yeah, we need to know who would win.
Yeah. Spring Heel Jack definitely beating this tree.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of fire breath.
Yeah.
Jake believes that
flamethrower.
Jake is believing that he is related to Spring Heel Jack.
Oh no. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Jake also tried to convince me the other night that he was Spring Heel Jack. But Jake was talking about his family heritage and said that because I can't remember exactly what he said, but like whoever they like actually believe Spring Heel Jack to be like came from like the same area that Jake's like ancestors came from. So he believes that he is either deeply related to or is Spring Heel Jack. And he does give off Spring Heel Jack energy.
He does. He very much so does.
Because he assaults people. Cut that out. Don't leave that in.
But based on his 9-foot vertical leap that he has,
hey, before Jake's knee injuries, I'd believe it.
that was so close.
I've seen that man dunk on people at the YMCA.
Yeah. All right, that will do it for this episode.
It will. If you want to stick around, I'm going to talk about The Bachelorette for probably a couple minutes here. We'll just splice that into the end.
Yeah.
This might become a recurring bit, whether you like it or not.
He just needs to vent about The Bachelorette.
There's just so much going on. It's such a good program. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing to watch, but it is genuinely fun.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, see ya. Have fun. Happy Halloween. Oh, wait. We have to shout out Coralie on Twitter.
Yeah.
Who I commissioned to make the artwork for the channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to tweet that out probably as soon as the episode goes live. She did a great job. Her username is @LYCHAN_. I believe her commissions are still open if you would also like some artwork.
Awesome.
But she did a great job. And I hope everyone likes it. I know I do.
Yeah, I'll pretty much just replace our old with
artwork.
that, I think. Yeah, because that's just some leaves. Right,
it is just some leaves and some text.
Yep.
We will have to put text on this one.
Yeah, I can do that through the thing we do.
All right. I'll tweet out the original artwork, and then the one with our name on it will probably be the profile picture on Twitter. Make sure you tweet to us.
Yeah.
At Mothman Podcast. Or to me, Baby Mothman.
Or me, Levi Carver, and there's an S in the middle.
There's an S at the end of Levi.
Yeah, I do.
Levi S. Carver, basically.
It's basically what it looks like.
Because if you just say there's an S in the middle, that's
just throw it anywhere in the middle.
You'll find him.
One of those will be me.
So yeah, that's it. It's great. Lock your doors.
There we go. Here come the warnings. I'm gonna go hit the button.
Be scared of scary noises. Don't go in the woods. I think I already said don't go in the woods, especially don't go in the woods now. And watch Jumanji, but the good one, not the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart in it. Talk about The Bachelorette.
I don't know anything about The Bachelorette.
I know, but I do. It's week 2, and they played strip dodgeball.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, and not like ooh, ha, 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 like take your shirts off. Like they were running around in jock straps, and then the team that lost was like, you know what? Because she started the date off with, I want a man with some balls. And after they lost, they were like, you want to see some balls? And they took their jock straps off.
Yeah, of course.
Meanwhile, and they got swept. The red team did not lose at all. And then she straight up was like, I feel bad. Red team, take your shirts off.
Oh man.
And that's been The Bachelorette.
It's so horny. What is going on?
Dude, it is.
It's kind of reality TV was still that horny.
It's horny because Claire Crawley, the Bachelorette this year, is 39. It's the oldest Bachelorette we've ever had.
Okay.
And she will not let you forget that she's 39. Yeah. There was one point in this week's episode, man, I've really gone down this rabbit hole. I started this as a joke. Yeah. So like first week, she just said she was 39 18 times during the episode. But this week, she only said it like twice. But at one point, she was like, I know I'm not the youngest girl in the room. And I had to like sit there and I paused it. Because I was like, you're the only girl in like a 15-mile radius. Because they filmed it in a bubble, basically. Yeah. And I was like, you're the only girl. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, but I know I've got the biggest heart of any girl in the room. And I was like, Claire, stop. Claire.
We know you're 39.
I'm excited. So she leaves in the middle of the season. She just ends it. I'm excited for that because then Tayshia Adams comes on and she was great. She was on Paradise last year. All right, that's all I got.
All right,
we're off the Bachelorette talk now.